Preeti, Jyoti, please turn on the projector. Power button 2 times. Press the power button 2 times. Power button, power. There is the power button. You can see there is an indicator. Light is there. Yes. Yeah, fine. So here, welcome to another session. In the previous class, we were discussing about creating one splash screen, and this splash screen is displayed for 5 seconds, and after this flash screen is displayed for the 5 seconds, directly we started our activity, and the name of the activity is the starting point. Now what is our requirement now? Now our requirement is we want to create here one list view, and in this list view we want to put a list view. We want to put some list of views. List view is nothing but list of views. Here each row is one view. Here you can see each row is one view. This is one view. This is also one view. This is also one view. View is nothing but one UI, one user interface. Right now you can see, consider here, this is just a text box. I want to create a list of text boxes. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Now you can see the screen also. Now here, this is my requirement. I want to create a menu. This menu is nothing but one list view I want to create. List view is a list of views. Here each row is one view. This row is one view. This second row is one view. This next row is also one more view. This is also one view. Now if I talk about one row, what is this one row? This one row is actually one view. This one row is actually one view, and inside this view there is a text view, something having text starting point, and I want to create a set of these views, and I want to arrange in a list, in a vertical scrolling list I want to arrange. Now before I continue with the same example, I just want to create a new project to practice the list view. Once I practice the list view, I will come back to this my application 2, means the current project, and we will continue working with the current project. First we will create a new project just for practicing. I want to show different methods of creating list view, and while I talk about creating a list view, I want to discuss a very important concept, what is adapter and what is adapter view. And these two concepts are not only important to list view, but these two components are important to grid view also. These are important to gallery also. These are important to spinner also. Okay, after that we are going to discuss so many examples, and for all these examples this is the prerequisite. So here I want to create one new project. This is just for demo I am creating. After learning these things we will continue with our existing application. So here I want to write something like a list view demo. I am creating one project. This is just for a demo purpose. I am creating a new project. Don't think I am continuing with the previous example. I will come back to previous example once we discuss these things. So what is the new point today? Here in this class I want to discuss what is the adapter. Adapter, this is the concept. Now many times we want to load some data onto the screen. Suppose this is my mobile screen, and on my mobile screen I want to load some data. That means I want to load some information, maybe in a vertically scrolling list, maybe in the way of row and columns, maybe just like a gallery, means horizontally scrolling view, horizontally scrolling, or something just like a drop down, something just like we have a drop down in our Windows or GUI application, maybe on a web application we have some drop downs. So we want to put some data, we want to load some data like that. Right now my requirement is I want to load some names here. Okay, suppose here I want to load some names like this: Viraj, Niranjan, the next one is the Vaibhav, okay, Suraj, one more Suraj, Saurabh, Ameya, Harshad. This is the list actually. This is something going to be a list of names. Now here consider that there are 100 names. There are 100 names, and I want to show all the names in a vertically scrolling view, in a vertical scroll, something like this. Now basically one thing here, I cannot guarantee on which mobile my application will execute. We know that some mobiles are having 5 inches, some mobile having screen size 3 inches, some mobile having different screen sizes. We cannot guarantee how much information will be displayed in one screen. If my mobile is having 5-inch mobile, maybe at a time 10 items will be displayed. If my mobile is having 3 inches mobile, at a time 7 items will be displayed, and we have to scroll down to view the next items. If you can see in Google also, the Google is creating some pagination. Okay, not only Google but so many web applications, if you can see. Mostly web applications use a pagination concept. That means if you try to search for something in Google, Google will display you some pages, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. In one page maybe there are 50 items. In second page maybe there are 50 items. Means here the Google or these websites, actually mostly these web applications are using some pagination technique. And in this pagination techniques, there are multiple screens which are created. For page number 1 there is one screen, for page number 2 there is another screen, for page number 2 there is one screen. Suppose if I search something like a Microsoft.NET tutorial, something like this, anything you can search here. I just want to show you something here. This is the lister. This is also one list, but here all the items are not displayed in one screen. Okay, all the items are not displayed on one page. Okay, some few items are displayed here. If I click on page number 2, the next items are loaded. If I click on page number 3, the next item are loaded. That means the data is loaded partially. Here the data is loaded partially. On first screen 10, on second screen 10, maybe 20. Okay, but basically we don't know on which mobile our application is going to load. We don't know. Coming to now mobile application, we don't know on which mobile what size screen is there. Okay, so here we are going to use the concept of adapter. For this thing we are going to use the concept of adapter, and here I'll tell about adapter. This adapter is nothing but it manages the data. It manages data for you. Using the adapter you can manage the data. In Android there is something called as adapter who is responsible for managing the data. Now where is the data? Okay, this is the data. These names are actually the data, and I will store this data something like in an array. Consider this is my data source. This is my data source. This data source right now is nothing but it is one array. It can be some database also or anything. This data source can be one array. Okay, here this data source can be an array. This data source can be a database, or this data source can be anything. And in this database there are some names. These names are there. These names of students are there. Something like this. There are some records. There are some information. There is some information. There is some data. So this is your data source. And for this data source, to manage this data source, we will use one adapter. This is our adapter. And this adapter, what is the role of this adapter? This adapter creates view from data. Adapter creates view from data. Okay, adapter manages the data, or I can say that adapter creates view from data. What this adapter will do? This adapter will take this data. This adapter will take this data and it will create one view from the data. This is the view you can see. This is one view. It creates one view at a time. Okay, this is one view. Now inside this view it will put the first name. Inside this view it will put the first name. And this view can be placed in adapter view. there is one adapter view. This is something called as a adapter view. Okay, adapter is responsible only for managing the data, but here we are interested to display the data. So where to display the data? Display the data into adapter view. What is adapter view? This adapter view is nothing but the list view. The adapter view is nothing but the list view. The adapter view is nothing but the grid view. The adapter view is nothing but the gallery. The adapter view is nothing but the spinner. The adapter view is spinner. Like that, there are so many adapter views. Like that, there is so many adapter views. Okay, we are going to discuss these things only. Okay, list view, grid view, gallery or spinner. Okay, so what is the single line definition of adapter? The single line definition of adapter is it manages data for you. Another point I would write here, adapter creates view. Adapter creates a view object. It creates the view object from the data. And the next point is, what is the adapter view? The adapter view is responsible for displaying the data. It displays the data. Displays the data. And how it displays the data? It displays the data in the form of list view. It displays the data in the form of grid view. It displays the data in the form of gallery, and it can display the data in the form of spinner. So here the adapter view displays the data. From where it displays the data? It displays the data from adapter. Okay, adapter view gets the data from adapter, and adapter gets the data from the data source. In this picture you can see here, this adapter gets the data from data source, reads the data from the data source. This adapter reads the data from the data source, and this data is displayed onto the adapter view. Now which adapter to use, you can decide. Basically the adapter view is a super class. You can consider like this. I will arrange here one more hierarchy. At the top there is one class, and the class name is the view class. This is one class. Okay, and this view class is inherited to one more class, and this class is the view group class. This one is the view group class. Under the view group there is one more subclass. The subclass name is the adapter class. This is the adapter view class. This one is the adapter view. And like that, there are so many adapter views. What are the different adapter views? The first one is the list view. This is list view. This one is the grid view. Number 3 is the gallery, and here is the spinner. Basically list view displays the list vertical scrolling, means it displays the items, it displays the view in vertical scrolling form. List view. The next one is the grid view. Grid view arranges or displays the data in the form of rows and columns. Gallery means horizontal scrolling list of elements. And a spinner, something like a drop down list, it displays the information. So this is the hierarchy. This list view is a subclass to adapter view. Adapter view is a subclass to view group. View group is a subclass to view. So basically this list view is also one view, grid view is also one view, gallery is also one view, and all these are actually subclasses to adapter view. So here this adapter view creates one view, and this list view or grid view will replicate that view. Okay, replicate that view. For each replication it will use the new data. That means suppose there is one list view. Here suppose we are using one list view. Consider like that. Here we are using some list view. Here we are using one list view. This is one list view actually. In this list view, first view will be created. This first view will be created, and this view is having the first data in the data source. From the data source, the first data is the Viraj. After that, it will replicate the same list view it will replicate the same view, and in the next view there will be some different data. Right now the different data is the Niranjan, and like that it will do the same. Okay, for the each replication it will use the new data from the data source. The adapter is responsible for creating that view, and this view is supplied to the list view, grid view, spinner, and a gallery also. So here some important points we have to understand. Okay, this adapter view displays the data. Adapter view displays the data. This adapter is responsible. Adapter is responsible for taking the data. And control how the data should be displayed. Okay, and control how the data should be displayed. How the data should be displayed. It controls how the data should be displayed. And you can take data from array also. Here we can take data, or adapter can take data. We can means adapter can take the data from array, from cursor. Cursor means what? Cursor is something which is created when we fetch the data from the database. Cursor, we'll talk about cursor more in detail when we discuss the database application. Okay, cursor or database, or from anywhere. Okay, so the adapter can take the data from array, cursor, or a database, and the adapter view, which is responsible to display the data. Yeah, it can also take the data from file, anything, anywhere, or from anywhere. Tariq, your question, can we take the data from a file? You are asking something like this now. Yes, we can take the data from file also. Adapter takes the data, okay, from the data source. The data source can be array, cursor, database, file, any data source. Adapter view, what is this adapter view? This adapter view, I told you, displays the data either vertically, either horizontally, otherwise according to the rows and columns. Okay, based on that you can have list view, gallery, grid view, or spinner. Okay, it can display the data vertically, horizontally, okay, otherwise in the form of rows and columns. Okay, based on the adapter view you take. You can take the adapter view as list view, you can take the adapter view as grid view, you can take the adapter view as spinner also. Okay, so this adapter view displays the data, displays the view objects repeatedly. One more point here I want to write here. Adapter view displays view objects, repeatedly. Okay, for example, it is nothing but the list of views. In other words, we can say list of views. Inside each view is one object. Inside each view is one object, and it has some data. It had some data in it. Okay, this is another very important sentence I am writing in the last. List view is nothing but list of views. What it means? It has one row. In each row there is one view, and in each view there is one object, and every object has some data in it. For example, here you can see, if you consider this application, this is a list view. In this list view, okay, each view, here you can see, each view has one object. Each view is one object. This is object number 1. Okay, this is object number 2. This is object number 3. And every object has some data. Okay, what is the object of the first view? What is the data in the first view? Viraj. What is the data in the next view? Niranjan. And where this data come from? This data come from this data source. And from where we get the data source? Using adapter. Adapter is responsible for taking the data and controlling how the data should be displayed. Sometimes as you can see, we want another list. Okay, if you open your application also, you will see a lot of list items. For example, somewhere you will see some image here. this is one image. This is one image you want to display here, and after this image you want to display some name, Viraj Kadam, and some mobile number also. Okay, maybe here some email address is also there. Maybe here some email address is also there. This is also one view. Okay, you can see this is also one view. Okay, this is one view, and we can replicate this view also. This is one view, and we can replicate this view like this. Okay, the next row record will be different. Here some different name, different number, different mobile number will be there. Now where is this data available? This data can be available in a data source. Okay, from the data source, the adapter view. This is the adapter view. You can see this one is the adapter view. This is the adapter view. This adapter view will take the data from the data source. Here all the names will be there. All the names will be there. All the mobile number will be there. Mobile numbers will be there. Here all the emails will be there. Here all the photos will be there. Okay, because this is the data source. This one is the data source, and this data source will contain all the names, mobile numbers, emails and photos. Now using this data source, what the adapter does, the adapter creates a view. Here is the adapter, and this adapter creates one view, something like this it will create. Okay, something like this it will create. What it will create? It will create something like this. Okay, it will create some view here. It will create some view like this here. This is one view. Inside one view it will fill some data, and this view will be given to the adapter view. This is one adapter view. This list view is a one adapter view. The adapter view can be list view, the adapter view can be grid view, the adapter view can be spinner, it can be gallery. Okay, based on that thing, how you want to display the data. You want to display the data vertically, you want to display the data horizontally, or whatever you want, like that. So these are the things we have to discuss. Now one more point here I want to add. What is that point? This adapter view contains a set of views. The adapter view contains a set of views that actually displays the data from a data source. Okay, like this in this new example you can see. This new example, see, this is adapter view. This one is the adapter view, and this adapter view contains view. This is one view. Okay, this all is called as a one view. Okay, maybe some nested layout you can use for this. And this view contains set of views. How many views are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 views are there. Okay, inside this one view, how many views are there? 4 views are there. Okay, number 1, there is one image. Okay, some text view, some more text view, some more text view. Inside one view there are 4 views. Inside one linear layout there are 4 items. Okay, maybe inside one linear layout there is one more linear layout. Just like this you can consider. So what this point says about adapter view contains a set of views that display the data from a data source, and here this adapter accesses the data and it creates a view. It creates a view which is displayed into or within adapter view. That's it. So adapter view will access the data source. Here you can see adapter view. This is the adapter view. This is the adapter view. This circle is the adapter view. This adapter view takes the data. This adapter view takes the data from the data source and it creates one view, and the view actually displays the information, and the list view will replicate these things. It will take data from the adapter view and display it in a vertical scrolling list. So this is what is called as a adapter and adapter view. Now in short, I want to know about what is list view, what is grid view. Okay, I am interested in list view, but just for information I am just writing some few points here: gallery and spinner. Now what is a list view? A list view is nothing but it displays a vertically scrolling list of view objects It displays vertically scrolling list of view objects with which user can interact. User can interact by pressing the list item or long pressing the list item. Actually, we are interested in this thing in today's exercise. What is a grid view? Grid view displays a grid. It displays a grid. There is a very beautiful exercise we are going to discuss in the next week for this grid view. Grid view displays a grid of view objects with which the user can interact. Grid of objects. Okay, that means it displays data according to rows and columns. It displays data according to rows and columns. Next one is the gallery. Gallery is nothing but the displays the data. It displays a horizontally scrolling list of view objects. Horizontally scrolling list of view objects. And the next one is the spinner, which displays a list of items similar to drop down list. That's it. Okay. Here I want to stop this session for pause this session for 5 minutes. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. Till then I want to just share this file with you. You can just read these things. Okay, after that there is one very important topic, types of adapter. Okay, adapter types. Okay, 3 types are there. Okay, array adapter, base adapter and cursor adapter. So very important concepts we are going to discuss. Okay, adapter. This one is the adapter. Today we discussed here in this session adapter and adapter view. Just this is a 5-minute break because I'm going to use this lecture hall for 5 minutes. Okay, please wait for 5 minutes. Tariq and Mehta sir, can you please stay here for 5 minutes more? I'm just making this call as it is. I want to share this file for you. Yeah, file is already shared. Students, you want to write anything here? Okay, just write these things. Just scroll it and write these things. Okay. परवा दिवशी एक्झाम असल्यामुळं आज हे करायला लागणार, याला थांबवता येत नाही.